Can I do the 1, 2, 3?
Sure, you don't have to, but go for it.
I mean, I asked if
You said, can I? And I said, sure.
may.
Yes, you may.
Mother
Thank you so much. What did you say,
How
Jeff?
about this? On the count of 3, let's all clap, okay? On the count of... No, Chris?
Well, can I?
Premature
Do I
clapping.
still, or are you?
We're just going to, on the count of 3, we're all going to clap, okay?
Elliot.
So here's how it'll go. Let me give you
But
guys
I'd
an
like to
example
say-
of what it will be like. It'll be 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap.
Oh, so we're not clapping
Elliot
on 3.
wants
We're clapping
No.
after
Was that
three.
supposed to
Kind
be
of
it?
like 4, really.
So we're counting
on
on
the count
4.
On the count
Okay.
of 4,
We're on
we all
4.
clap, okay?
Okay.
Everybody
Our
ready?
lights go out. We're like, we're from the
Okay.
90s.
You just have your clap. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3,
Oh, you are doing
4.
it. So I didn't. Well, now I messed it up on
On the
purpose.
count of 4. Okay, here we go.
I'll do it on 4.
So it won't
One,
be. So
2,
wait, let me show
3.
you guys what it won't be. It
I didn't
won't
clap because I'm not following the directions. 'cause-
Okay, hold on. Let me first of all.
I
Let me
thought
show
I
you-
was gonna-
Can I just show you what it won't be? It won't
Yeah.
be this. 1, 2, 3.
3.
It
Great.
will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great. But it's also
Yeah.
not going to be that because it's going to be Elliot going 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I don't know what
Correct.
to say. Yeah, is it gonna be? Because if you want to do it, do it. I just want to make sure that we all are.
I just think that at the count of 4, we should all clap.
Can we count down from 4?
Yeah, you want to do 4, 3,
Half of us count
1,
up.
0?
That's 5.
Okay.
then.
I like that.
I'm just gonna be silent
That's
until
fine.
4. I'm gonna,
Can
I'm gonna do my
okay.
own counting.
3,
I want-
2, 1, 0.
There we
Okay,
go.
I want Chris to do it.
Chris?
Okay.
All right. So half of us will do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Half
Okay.
of us will do 3, 2, 1, 0.
But there's
Okay.
5 of us.
But
There's
there's 5 of us. So half of us
Yeah.
will do that.
I'm gonna.
Half of
So
me
one
will
of
do
us-
one, and
so
half of me
Elliot,
will do
you
the
should
other.
do both. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do both.
All right, here we go.
So I-
All right. I'm gonna practice real quick in my head. Hold on.
That's okay. Everybody needs to take 5 to practice. I thought
Okay.
you were off book.
Do you mean practice on 5, or do you mean take 5?
Well, Chris in the
Or
email
is it a
said he was
5-5
off book.
or is it
Joe,
a
is
4-5?
that
I'm off book. I say you just say yes to everything. Yes, I'm off book. And then-
okay? All right.
Okay.
Well, where are you or aren't you?
I mean, I got a picture. I got a card of the Family Matters cast.
Okay. Well,
so, I
there we
mean,
go. All right. Okay.
So
So
get
you're off
4.
book. So you're off book. All right. Ready? On the count of 4. And for those of you that are going to 0, at the count of 0.
Going to 0.
All right.
Going to 0, then I'll go to.
Wait, so I'm gonna say 1 to 4. If you're doing
Yours-
3 to,
okay.
if you're doing 3 to 0, you're gonna have to count it in your head. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we
Okay.
go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh, Valleyfolk.
Hey guys, welcome to the
That's good.
podcast.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, guys, welcome to the show. Chris and Paul are here. Let's just get into it. I'm so excited. You guys make us so happy.
Aw.
Yeah,
Make us
objectively
happy.
favorite people.
Just seeing your faces. You guys are just a couple of goofballs. You bounce around on stage like a bouncy ball. And
Chris
you guys,
earlier referred to you guys as 2 shaved testicles. I
We look
believe,
like
which
two.
I-
I'm looking at our faces, and we're not as pale as we were earlier. The light kind of adjusted, but yeah, we just kind of look like 2 balls.
Yeah, you guys look
Kind of
like
like
two
ball faces.
couple of runts.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Couple of runty balls.
Couple of runty balls sack. Couple of
New York
runty
Times,
sacks.
couple of runty balls.
So, for those of you that don't know, Chris and Paul are incredible performers. They've been doing the comedies for years and years. How many years have you guys been doing this thing?
Well,
Well,
-1, but because of last year we didn't perform. But
No,
It's still
0.
counting. We didn't
We're
break out
0. No, we're
21?
counting to 0, and some of us did 4.
count back from 22.
all right.
Starting at 22?
Starting
and,
at 4.
and then that'll be the weight that I wish I was again.
So the first time we performed was 1999.
Damn.
That's
The year
true.
Star Wars Episode 1 came out.
And
Yeah,
your
this-
Frasier and Friends ended.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh, he did this sip
And
too.
he
That was his
Beginning-
like.
little
to
knowledge.
beginnings and ends.
So I'll be checking out for the rest of this podcast. Thank you.
I did my part.
Elliot's still mourning the end of Frasier.
Isn't it coming
Yeah, I
back
am.
though? I thought it was
Absolutely.
coming back.
Ugh,
Is
everything's
it?
coming
Don't
back.
tease me. If you don't know, are you
is
for
what-
real about that?
this is
You know
what I
what's
heard.
coming? You know what's coming back? My
Dude.
ulcer. My ulcer's coming back because of all this goddamn garbage. You know what I mean?
Frasier. Let's see.
I don't get the Frasier hate. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be-
Frasier's great
Good
show.
news is The good news is yes, Frasier indeed is coming back more than 20 years after closing the curtains.
Toss salad and scramble.
So we're getting a second helping
I
of
can't
tossed salad
wait.
and
You
scrambled
can't
Can't
read
wait.
that all backwards? I never watched it, so, cool, I guess.
Good show.
Okay, really quickly before we get into all things Chris and Paul, and before we go way off the rails, because I can tell you guys it's gonna be a goofy episode.
Why are we so out of focus?
It's crazy. You guys cannot find your
just-
focus, and it's hilarious. There it is. Yes.
Can we just do that? My eyes, I have really big,
God.
ugly eyes.
No, you don't.
Just 2 hours.
God.
Guys, do your Looney Tunes theme routine where you.
Yeah. God, that was the funniest thing in Bring the Funny, where they're like, the guys that like fall on the ground and like whatever our promo video was, it was like, bam, 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 bam. I'm like,
Guys,
like,
we can't legally talk about Bring the Funny. No, I'm just kidding. We can totally talk about Bring the
Is
Funny.
it coming back? Are we all gonna go back as?
Yeah.
Can we just go back like high school and just be like, hey, remember us?
Hey.
And
I
we're just
really
like,
hope we get invited back because that'll be really interesting. Hey guys, check this out. So, oh shit, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. I'm gonna have to take the space away. So, so here at the Valleyfolk, we do some weird stuff. We've been doing kind of like more game kind of things, like the movie game and such. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys have seen. Shameless self promotion. Joe
Hell yeah.
Beretta has been toiling away at the movie game, and every single time you see it, there is a man named Joe Beretta behind it, as well as Kevin Plachy and all the other guests and such. And a good. You guys have a good time. Chris, did you guys do it?
I don't think we did. I think COVID
Wow,
came in
Joe,
and
what's up with that?
destroyed the world.
I brought it up.
You brought
They
it up.
didn't follow up. It's on them.
Wow,
You know.
you guys hear that?
Hey man, we were too
Whoa.
busy.
Let's make a big moment out of this.
Let's
This is
figure
going to be
this out.
crazy.
Like, whoa.
Let's figure this out together. But
What's
anyway,
live here?
yeah, exactly. Well,
These
you
headphones
guys.
suck. they like flip sideways and like all like I don't know what.
Oh my god.
And ratified.
And yeah, there we
Does
go.
anybody else get an erection when you hear
Great.
that song?
Going great.
Does anybody else get an erection when you hear it? The
Yeah.
Looney Tunes
So
theme?
you guys started working together in 1999.
Hang on, wait.
crazy.
Wait. I wanted to give you guys a really quick thing, and then we could go into Chris and Paul or whatever, and I'll shut the fuck up. But I just wanted to share, since we do games and stuff on the channel, there's a new thing coming soon where I went to this event, Chris and Paul. And there was a booth where they sold like a bunch of like chips from all over the world. They had like Lay's chips flavors that you'd never seen before. I guarantee it, my friend. And so I bought a bunch of bags of these chips. And so I want to do like a little game with the boys at some point next week or something where we try out
Chip
these
game.
chips and stuff. But I wanted to show you guys an example of this. Joe, I know you don't like this because you want it all to be a surprise or whatever, but you
no,
guys
we're
just
good.
need to see what you're in store for. And Chris and Paul, I need you guys to try to guess what the absolute fuck this flavor could be.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay, we've got a red bag.
It looks like, what does it look like? It looks like Lay's. We got the Lay's logo there.
Lay's.
Okay.
With like
And then what do we have here? It looks
those
like
Apples?
Ra-
Are
looks like
those
apples. It looks like fruit.
are they
Yeah,
radishes?
Pomegranate.
It looks kind of like fruit. We got like
Oh God.
so we've
raspberry?
got fruit. We've got some kind of fruit
Describe it for our audio listeners, Steve. 'Cause
So
they
we
can't.
got a pink bag of Lay's chips, and you've
Oh,
got
it's
so
the,
it's
pink. Okay.
and you've got the Lay's logo on it. And then what we've got is like this beautiful kind of like Asian, maybe kind of like setting. You've got this like
Yeah.
paper wall
Right.
kind of thing
lattice
going
kind
on.
of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
nice.
you get these beautiful,
Very, very traditional.
very traditional. And then what we have what looks like berries of some kind all over the damn place. So
Yeah.
what we're assuming here, what we can only assume is that the flavor of these chips is some kind of fruit.
You could assume that.
You
I
could
suppose.
assume that.
Yes.
And
I'm also fascinated with like how perfect those Lay's potato chips look on the bottom. Like, I've never seen a Lay's potato chip look like that
perfect.
ever.
It's never come in one piece.
Sure.
Oh wait.
Well,
Yeah.
it also has
Oh,
like
oh,
little
it has, like-
speckles.
oh,
It
yes.
has like fruit speckles on it. Maybe that's what it is. It's like speckled with
It looks
this
like
fruit.
it looks like they took pictures of Pringles. They're like, okay, we need some stand-ins
They
here.
look too much like Pringles. Oh, just put some red dots on it.
Put some Pringles.
It's so gorgeous though. There's like a guy
is.
on a boat back there in the background. Look at this. I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah, man.
So you
I'm,
fish for
Oh,
these potato
wow.
chips.
There's all these,
That's
like-
how you get them.
Could this be, or so are we supposed to guess now? Are we trying to figure out
Well,
what?
if you guys want to know, I'll tell you. I don't think it will change anything for when we play the game.
No, but
oh,
I'm
no, you should
fascinated.
definitely tell us.
Because this is one of those games that I love. Like, I love finding like really obscure flavors of chips. So this is actually,
Yeah,
fun.
I've got a bunch of these.
We just
like, and they're
snagged
all
a viewer.
dude, oh,
Yes,
man.
we did. We got one guy. Okay, so apparently, according to the sticker back here that tells you in English what it is Lay's bayberry flavored
Oh, of
chips.
course. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was gonna
Bayberry.
say
Yeah, why did-
bayberry.
Yeah. I was on my
I've-
next guess. Like, hey there.
What does a bayberry taste? I don't think.
What does a bayberry taste like?
What is a bayberry?
Oh.
Have you guys ever eaten a bayberry?
No, I've not. Is that before
Bayberry.
anyone else?
It's a berry
Barry?
made of the bay.
Bayberry.
It's a
Let
berry
me
by
look
the
it
bay.
up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Have you eaten any of these yet? I mean, have you
No,
tried
I have not. I'm saving it for when we all eat them together.
bayberry.
When people want to know what you're talking about here, Steve, and where you got them, how did you procure all these chips? How
So-
could somebody get all these?
I know a guy.
Yeah.
So
He'll be
there-
secretive.
There was. This is gonna be very LA, but we went to a vintage T-shirt festival,
Yes.
Nice.
and there was like a bunch of booths, and one of the booths,
Booths? Booths?
plural booth.
Okay. Booth. Okay.
There were
Boothi.
a bunch of boothies,
Ah,
booths, and at one of them there was like a bunch of like weird snacks and stuff, and then they had this giant rack of like just bizarre shit. Like I have like 8 more bags of like weird chips. Like there's just flavors you have no idea what you're dealing with, and I had to have them. I was like, this could be made into some piece of content. I'm a whore, and I want it.
Yeah. Were they selling? How much were these chips? Or were they
Okay,
like?
so now
I'm
we're
interested to know how much these
now
cost.
we're all right. Well, now we're
Oh,
digging
you want the
in.
bayberry
Now
chips?
we're digging
The curtains
in.
drop.
All right. Well, look, I will say that I was unaware of the price before I purchased them.
I've done that.
But it turned out because when my total was like $80,
Oh.
I was like, "What is this happening?" And they were like, "Yeah." So they were $10 a bag.
Yikes.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna regret that at
No,
some
I'm not.
point.
I already
No,
don't regret it.
Oh.
Right. Well, that's not the point of regret, though. It creeps in later.
Well, let's just say I already forgot about them and only remembered them today because we were talking about like stuff to make. We were like, I was like,
Okay.
oh shit, I bought a bunch of fucking chips. I will not have buyer's remorse, Elliot, because even if they're all garbage and they're terrible,
Right.
we'll still have a fun video out of
What
it.
if you're like allergic to bayberries that you don't even know? You die,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, $10, man. You know, you got to roll the dice.
It's cool.
Well, Joe's knows a guy that sells EpiPens, so
Well,
Oh, yes, I do.
that's weird. But also, Chris and Paul, where are you guys at right now physically and also emotionally? And I'm curious spiritually, but you don't have to answer the second two.
Yeah, we're in my office, in my house, and it's so hot. I don't know how, central air works, but we don't have it, I don't think. We have
Where
it,
are y'all?
Sort of.
What state?
We're in Connecticut.
Connecticut. That's what I thought. Okay,
yeah,
great.
yeah. And it's like the attic, the guy, they try to tell me what's going on, and I'm like, you don't have to tell me anything. I just want cold air, and that's all I need.
right.
And
I don't
it's-
need a story.
No, it's like, so right now it's like 90 degrees up here, and we have these headphones on, so like the floor is just a puddle below us. So spiritually, I'm very happy. Like, it's just nice to like slowly get back into the groove of things. And it's
Weird,
just-
right? It's crazy.
Very weird because it's like I was mask all day. I was just like, yeah, no problem.
Both of us.
I don't want to die. I'll wear a mask. I'm not
Yeah.
going to complain. It is what it is. I don't care. Yeah, great. Mask. Tell me how long
Sure.
I got to wear it. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Great.
And we, for the first time, so we've been performing together for over 20 years. This is the longest we've gone without performing
Wow.
Really?
together. Yeah.
And have you performed
Yeah.
recently together in public, no holds barred?
No.
We haven't performed
you're still
together in
waiting.
a long time.
March 13th,
Yeah.
20 was the last time.
Yeah, we our last show was in Charlotte, North Carolina, like the day Tom Hanks came out and said he had it, and
The day COVID became real.
the day
In Hollywood, I guess. Yeah.
Dude, I'm like the worst flyer in the world. I just hate flying. I don't
Really?
So do I. I get
break
that.
it down for me. Something that heavy should not be that high. I don't
Agreed.
care.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Too much. Because if anything, I don't want it.
We
when
weren't meant to do it. Yeah.
Even
No.
when do you ever see movies where they're all like flying in planes, but it's like 1930 or something, and they're
Yeah,
all like,
crazy.
and you're like,
Yeah.
how the fuck did they start doing
Insane.
that shit in
And
19?
the
Chess was
technology
invented.
hasn't changed. It's the same idea.
Same
But,
technology.
like it's all those like stock photos of the lady, like they're on like recliners. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's all like like
There's like wicker
They're
chairs.
smoking.
and I've
they're
seen, like,
smoking. Yeah.
I think like a fancy plane had like wicker seats and
The
Yeah.
family dogs running around. It's like everything. It's like a living room in the sky.
having
I don't
tea.
get it.
I just came from doing a couple shows in public for the first time in a very long time, and I will say, just so y'all are aware, you're doing just fine, and it's going to be just fine, and you haven't missed a beat.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
see.
obviously, I miss beats all the time, but you guys will not miss any beats. Like, it is actually,
Well-
you'll fall. I think you're craving it, and it'll show up to the audience, and it's going to be beautiful whenever it happens.
So that's the first time it got really eerie for us because we start hearing the news and we land and the owner comes up to us and says, so we got 30 cancellations. I'm like, oh, why? Because there's been 2 COVID cases. Oh, so now Chris and I, like, you know how we're very interactive with the audience. Chris goes to me, goes, you think we should put hand sanitizer in our act? So every time we bring someone up, we'll just do a hand sanitizer bit. So every time we went in, we put a gob of hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And he catchy, and it got a good laugh. And we just
Okay,
did that. And so then we went back to the hotel, and we were just, after a show, you feel really high. You're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We had a great show. But after that show, we're like, okay, so are we going to die? Or what's
Yeah.
going on?
It was weird.
So we went back to the hotel. We made a decision right then and there, like, yeah, we're going to stop right now.
I just remember I was like a little relieved because it was like, when you're flying somewhere doing like a show remotely, you're like you're praying that there's an audience and you're like, all right, please, I hope there's a crowd and whatever. And I didn't know how the ticket sales were going. They're like, yeah, it's going. And I'm like, okay, great. I'm just going to fly down. And
That's what they said to me. Yeah. One of the first nights I showed up, I was like, how are the tickets doing? And they
Yeah.
said, they're doing well. But
Yeah.
I was like, that's not exactly like I
They're
Is
like
know.
it pre-pandemic well, or is it now well?
Yeah.
well, when we got there and we're like in the theater and we're like talking about like, all right, so we got to incorporate hand sanitizer because it's getting really weird. And the guy comes up to us all apologetic and he's like, there's some cancellations. And it made me kind of like relax because he's like, so, if it's not a big house tonight, guys, it's the pandemic. I go, totally get it.
Great.
It's the pandemic. It's not us.
It's not me. It's not. Yeah.
It's like
Anything
we'll
else
make
but
it work.
ourselves to blame.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it was just crazy. And then you're in the airport and then everyone's just like, I remember I'm freaking out about to fly, and one woman walked up to the other, and she was like, "They closed the airports in India and this and that."
That's right.
And they're like, "Oh, this is bad. Oh, I got to call my family." And this is all like while they're weighing our bags.
Don't
and we're
tell
just
me
like,
we don't have a pilot. Ugh.
Is there a pilot on the plane?
Good luck.
COVID's actually flying the plane. Oh, what?
So yeah, man. So it's been nice. His
hands are too small.
Why do I feel like COVID would be played by Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah.
I'm just coming in. I'm flying in to visit everyone all over the world. I want to see everybody.
Oh, dude. But yeah, no, it's like it's good that it's I still have kids, and Joe's got so it's kind of like you're still you're half in it still. I mean, you're still in it, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
your kids
It's
are kind
weird.
of vulnerable, and I kind of have this guilt in a sense where I'm like, they're still like,
Yeah.
and they don't know any better. They're just kind of like, I still trust you, and I'm, while I'm celebrating, like, oh God, I can like actually like relax for a little bit, and then I look at them, and they're like, can we go out and play with our friends?
In LA. Yeah, in LA too, it's like they've lifted the mask mandate so much, but no one wants to seem like an asshole. So it's this constant battle of being like, if you're wearing one, of course I'll wear one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
now they're saying that like it's now we're gonna have to do it again because there's like the variants are coming, so we should wear our masks again.
For unvaccinated folk, I believe.
Well,
is what
no,
they
even
said.
vaccinated, they said. They're starting to say all sorts of shit.
I'll take it. I'll accept it. I'll swallow a glass of it.
It felt kind of nice. They like said on the like after the 15th, it was like no more masks if you're vaccinated. So it was like kind of a fucking free for all, man. Like
Delta was like, what up?
Yeah, it was like suddenly you're going into like the store and you're like, most people
Like,
don't
the
have
next
fucking
day.
masks on in here.
The next day it happened.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
It's just weird though, because now it's that limbo stage where you're like, I don't want to look like an asshole that doesn't take this shit seriously. So I was just at CVS, and half the time I had it around one ear, and whoever looked judgmental, I was like, no, I'm still cool. We're still cool. Like, it was like, you know what I mean? Like,
what
it's
about
a show,
What about the smug person wwho walks in the store and goes, well, I haven't been wearing a mask for a year anyway. Like,
damn it.
I heard Joe do that the other day.
We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. And I think, you know what, dude? I think wearing it one side on your ear is like the new, like, I am respectful. I will put it on if you want me to.
But it's like, I'm so used to it, and I'm still like, it's, you feel like walking into the store naked, and I'm some kind of like, I'm not comfortable yet either, but I still am, responsible.
It's going to become a fashion thing now because people are going to be hooking it on their hoodies. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a thing now. Where it's
wear it on your wrist,
built into your hat.
I think I've learned this about myself. Like, I'm not a shitster. I don't want to like cause trouble. It's like, well, man, you got to do this now. I go, yep, great. Let's do it. Let's move on. We got other things to worry about. Yeah. I'm not like, wait a second. Yeah. Let's stop everything. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just do your fucking, get on with it.
Yeah, if there's a scientist that's dedicated their life to science and the studies of diseases that says you should wear a mask or you don't have to if you've been vaccinated, that's the person I'm gonna listen to. Like I'm not
right, but if my friends are all doing it, even if that science, whatever my friends or the people in my immediate vicinity are doing, including drugs, I will do whatever my friends are doing.
Steve, that same scientist does a 360 after leaving your room. He comes back in, he knocks on the door, and he pokes his head in and goes, also, one, thanks for like rocking the mask for me and respecting my science and all of my years of education. And then he goes, also, Steve, you don't get to watch movies or listen to music ever again because they bad. And then he goes away. What do you do?
Can you explain that? Because that doesn't sound like your expertise.
You'll never understand what he's been studying science for years, man.
But what's the science behind that?
But how could you know you don't?
Well, if a guy was dedicating his life to diseases and was like, wear a mask because COVID will help you from diseases, but then was like, also don't watch movies, I'd be like, well, what's the disease connection there?
The disease goes into your eyes. There's something in the TV that hits your eyes and it causes.
It's a visual transmission.
You know what?
Yeah.
But if I could watch movies alone and not see anyone ever again, then I guess I would like keep it to myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Loophole.
A great character like the overzealous scientist who's just kind of like, wear a mask. It's a mask mandate. Everyone's like, yeah, okay. Everyone's like, yeah, whatever you want. He's like, all right. He wakes up the next day. He's like, yeah, no more Thursdays. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, no more Thursdays.
And I don't like The Office. We're not going to watch The Office anymore. Yeah.
Done.
I don't like spaghetti.
His wife's at the dinner table, and she's like,
oh no,
we gotta talk. Things are getting a little out of hand.
He's like an influencer.
He just takes it too far.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, everyone just listens to me. It's great.
So
that does bring up Gabby Hanna, though. Thank you.
No, stop it. We're not bringing up Gabby Hanna. So, okay, Chris and Paul. So I've been hearing rumblings about you guys working on something, and it's very unclear. Oh, it's Kevin.
Hey,
Kevin.
Kevin, no
You
more
said-
Thursdays. Fuck you.
No more Thursdays. They're gone.
Thursdays are gone now, Kevin.
Oh, cool drink, Kevin. Was
It's
that
been
children's
decreed.
drink?
Ask Kevin if he's aware he's drinking a children's drink.
Is that? Are you aware that's a children's drink, Kevin?
Yes, I am. There's one right there too. Did you show them that?
Nobody's drinking this. It's empty. It's been
Oh, it's weird.
Kids drinks in there. Juice boxes in there too.
Yeah,
Right,
guys,
my
what are you guys doing?
Yeah, what are you working on?
I've seen the Instagram posts. I've seen the you guys are teasing a new show. It looks cool. You're putting the work into it. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's a show called Apocalypse Live, and originally it was just kind of like, the pandemic was just crazy, and Paul and I were like, like everyone else, going crazy and thinking we're gonna die all the time, and it's like, it's kind of like a zombie kind of thing, and Paul and I weren't doing live shows, so we're like, all right, we should try to start filming stuff and get into that realm, and try to, because our lack of technical abilities and equipment has always held us back. And not saying we're going to come out and it's gonna be like, yeah, look at all this amazing equipment, but we want to do a bit about two guys trying to survive each other, surviving a zombie apocalypse, and just kind of doing like one-off little bits and stuff. And Paul, I'm someone who just accepts furniture. Like my uncle's like, I got a couch. And I'm like, I'll take it. Even if I don't need it, I'm like, I'll figure it out. All the time. So I have random knickknacks everywhere. I'm like, it's like a weird hoarding, just ridiculous thing. So there's like a couch, but they're like nice couches. We have two nice couches in my garage because they wouldn't fit anywhere. I'm like, I guess we'll just be comfortable when we're in the garage, right? That's how I rationalize, right, wife? And she's like, yeah, okay.
We probably need two of them.
Yeah, two of them. Yeah. What am I
In
gonna do?
case
Yeah.
one goes bad, you got another one in the garage. Just
Yeah,
switch it
we
out.
got. But the couch is understudy. So Paul,
the grouch.
we're moving stuff around. We're like, we gotta do like a live show from the garage. We gotta figure this out, blah blah blah. And just Paul moved a couch over, and of course I had an old desk in the garage from some other hoarding excursion. I was just like, I'll take a desk, and it just looked like a late night set. And we're kind of going through the bits for the zombie thing, and I went, that'd be kind of fun. Like, what if two idiots just did like a late night talk show during a zombie apocalypse? And it was like, why? And we're like, why not? Who cares? So basically, it's these guys, my character is a little more driven than Paul's character. And, my career kind of gets sidelined. I was going on a big audition, like a pitch meeting for this hosting gig that I never got because of the apocalypse. And we thought it would pass. And then we cut to 8 months down the line, and we're just ready to off ourselves. We're like, well, I guess this isn't happening. So we're about to make a goodbye video. And then we learned that we get this signal that we had no idea. So as we're making this goodbye video, Paul's goofiness, he somehow forgot to tell me that we have a poor Wi-Fi signal this whole time that I was unaware of. So the video goes viral. We're drinking as we're about to, end our lives, and we end up passing out. Video goes out to the world, and there's millions of people that are like, great. Oh my God, we saw your video. Help, we need help. That was great. This, that, and Paul, and then it's kind of right at the very end of we're ready to off ourselves. I see this as an opportunity to become famous, or Paul sees it as an opportunity to help people and try to get civilization back on its feet. So I convinced Paul to put on to feed my own ego and do a late night talk show from this weak signal that we have to the world. And people are they don't want to see this for the most part. They want help. And we have this one broadcast signal that gets out to all these people. And so it's just a bunch of non sequitur wacky episodes.
The emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. The Center for Disease Control is reporting the outbreak of a new virus strain that is causing the infected to become extremely vicious and to exhibit cannibalistic tendencies. Lock all doors. Block all.
I like it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Our own late night show.
in a zombie apocalypse.
Our own late night show. Yeah.
And now it's time for this ad read, which says, am I taking a much anticipated trip this summer? Would I like to talk about it? Yes, I am. I'm going home to Montana for my 20th year reunion. Is that exciting? Yes. Is it a little nerve-wracking? Yes. Is it going to be a cluster F of emotions? Absolutely. Hold for emergency sounds. Whether it's for work or play, a lot of us are going to be on the move again this summer. So my advice to you, take your Raycons with you. Whether you're going to Montana to run around Glacier Park, like I'm going to do, or going to be hanging out with people that you knew 20 years ago, like I'm going to do, a pair of the Raycon wireless earbuds in your ears can make all the difference, because some of those people you may not want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You get crisp, powerful beats at half the price of other premium audio brands. Raycons look great, and they feel even better. They come in a range of cool colors and with customizable gel tips included for a comfortable in-ear fit. And Raycons are built to go wherever you go with quick and seamless Bluetooth pairing and a compact charging case. Also 24-hour battery life, my friends, and portability. So when I'm running around Glacier National Park and I get lost, they're gonna last for quite a while. So listen up. Raycon's offering 15% off of all of their products for our listeners, and here's what you got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/valleycast. There, you're gonna get 15% off your entire Raycon order, and it's such a good deal, you're gonna want to grab a pair and a spare. You know, for the people that you're going to see for the first time in 20 years. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/valleycast, buyraycon.com/valleycast. Bye.
Hey guys, you know what I love about mouthwash? Everything, really. I mean, it cleans up your mouth in a way that feels like a good finisher after doing a good, long, proper brush. And Quip is here to help you and I and everybody else that you want to gift potentially the miraculous gift of a Quip product with their awesome new mouthwash. Now, we talk about Quip all the time. We love Quip. We use Quip. They're very trusted. We trust them in our bathrooms, in our mouths, in our bodies. And Quip has made this awesome mouthwash that comes in like a super cool, futuristic, like mouthwash container. And that's the cool thing about Quip. Is like all of their stuff is like really futuristic, stylish. You know, it's like really cool stuff that works well in a modern kind of way. And if you've got modern design in your home or in your apartment or wherever you live, it fits really well and kind of looks like this cool little thing that you just want to touch and see what it is, and everyone asks questions about it. And that's exactly what Quip has developed, this super cool mouthwash thing. It's like a dispenser that's super cool. And here's the deal, guys. Mouthwash, it hasn't changed in like 140 years. And most brands are still selling those big bulky bottles. They're mostly full of water and alcohol, and they hurt your mouth, and they're kind of weird and gross, and they taste weird. Well, the deal with Quip is that you need less stuff inside of the mouthwash. And that's what Quip has. It's got less of the stuff you don't want and more of the stuff you do want. And the oral care experts at Quip created an alcohol-free mouthwash, okay? It keeps your mouth healthy without the burn. And also, thanks to the sleek, refillable dispenser, as I mentioned, it's pretty easy on the eyes, too. That alcohol-free, concentrated mix is so good, and it feels great in your mouth. And honestly, I felt freshness in my mouth for hours after using it. It was kind of like the longest lasting mouthwash I've ever used. And I'm not just saying that because Quip has been a wonderful sponsor on the Valleycast. I'm saying it because I've used it myself and I really like it. And the thing is refillable. And the refillable dispenser's compact footprint will fit in any bathroom, big or small, and with 5 colors and 2 high-end finishes to choose from, you are guaranteed to find a dispenser that matches your style. And this is one mouthwash you definitely won't want to hide under the sink, I'll tell you that much. So guys, why don't I stop yapping and let's get to the action. If you want this, which trust me, you do, go to getquip.com/valley5. That's right. You go right now to getquip.com/valley5 and you'll get $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. That's $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. It includes the refillable dispenser and a 90-dose supply of Quip's 4x concentrated formula. At getquip.com/valley5. That's GETQUIP.com/valley5. Get your mouthwash on! Don't be a dumb. Get your mouthwash on! Thanks. Thank you, Quip.
Thanks, Joe and Steve. That was really fun. Guys, hey, I got a question for you. What's something you wear that you can't see but has the power to make or break your day? If you said underwear, you're 100% correct, and you probably have a lot of good days. Seriously, there's a reason we put underwear on first. It's not just because of the first reason you could think of. It has a lot of power under there. At least it should. Anyway, MeUndies believes it should. MeUndies believes you should be comfortable at your core and emanate it outward as a result of beautiful, soft, micromodal fabric that presses against your skin all the time, and it's your little secret. So you can be more productive during the day and feel better, have a little boost of confidence that no one knows about but you. It's a pretty good deal. That's why they make the softest undies and fun prints, so you can wake up every morning excited to put on your favorite pair. Say bon voyage to undies you used to know, because comfort starts with MeUndies. Bon voyage is more like it, I think. MeUndies are designed to be the softest thing you have ever worn. I mean, their signature micromodal fabric literally grows from trees. Sustainably sourced undies, say less. They offer different cuts for different butts, ranging from sizes extra small to 4XL. So whether you're looking for classic colors or adventurous prints, MeUndies has you covered, literally. MeUndies has a great offer for listeners of the Valleycast. You know we've talked about them. You know we love them very much. If you'd like to help the podcast and help yourself, check out the link in the description. Want to know more? All right, well, for any first-time purchasers, you'll get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy, which is just a fun thing to say, but it also means that if you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they will refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions, no quizzes, no riddles, just good wholesome underwear on your body all the time. To get 15% off your first order and free shipping and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Valley. That's MeUndies.com/Valley. MeUndies.com/Valley to get 15% off your whole order as well as free shipping. I think it's a pretty good deal, and it's fun. And I'm wearing them right now. Always. I'm always, literally always wearing them. We're all always wearing them, and they should be MeUndies if they're not. All right.
So it's like in the survival show when they like turn on the radio or they try to get some kind of message. And it's like the message is usually like, hey, there's safety here, come here. But in this world, the message is we're doing a show.
Like and subscribe.
I see. Yeah, like and subscribe. Smash that like button. I see.
Yeah.
I ignore. So my character ignores the comments of like help and my daughter's been bit and I just see the numbers and I go cha-ching. I go, this is my opportunity to find.
This is it.
I found the fast track to fame.
Yeah, it's like people connecting with something again after a big catastrophic apocalypse.
Yeah.
But you guys probably are but still unknowingly providing a service where you're entertaining people during a very horrible time. Like that could be something you guys kind of like realize after a while, is that like even if you weren't actually saving people, you were kind of saving them by making them laugh while the world is falling apart.
We're not there for you, but we're there for you. You know what I'm saying?
It's a very perverted, weird way of my characters kind of just going like, no, they want entertainment, and Paul's like, no, they need food and shelter, and I'm like, yeah, entertainment, so it's kind of one of those things. But
that's so funny.
It's just one of those things where we, this year we really want to concentrate on just, I don't know if it's just like just getting a little older and just kind of going like, let's just do whatever the hell we want now. And like, who gives a shit? So we find it to be fun for us to do. Each episode, I mean, right now it's just built for the web. So they're kind of like 3 minute episodes for now. Non sequitur, weird, off the wall kind of things. But
where are they gonna live? Where are they going? Are you doing YouTube? Or are you doing Instagram and Twitter and just hitting
as of now we're probably like YouTube for now, but we're trying to film them in a way where we can consolidate them to like enter them in festivals and competitions.
Nice.
So it's also just kind of us getting just forcing ourselves to do something. So I'm like, even if it's not funny, if no one likes it, we did something, and now we figured out X, Y, Z, and now next project we're going to be able to fix that, and then so we have a lot of projects lined up.
Learning too.
Yeah, it's a big learning thing, but
what was that, Paul? What'd you say?
A lot of learning. We've done several times of filming, and every time we learn something new, like, oh, we could do this now. Or one time we were using this device, and it kept on blocking the view. And after like 12 hours of film, we're like, what if we turn around with that? Oh my gosh, there's something simple like turning the camera around so it won't block the view, and so stuff like even simple stuff like that, like. It's like it's like two grandparents realizing they can do like Instagram Live, and they're like, "Look at this, honey! Look at this! Now we're in black and white, like the old days."
Whole show.
Why am I a puppy? Why am I a puppy?
Just slapping her face. But so it's a lot of trial and error for us. But
we're having a blast doing it.
Is it? Are you guys these written out episodes, or are you guys kind of improvising through it?
Yeah, they're pretty much written out, and then
we play. We'll sit around, we'll do the script, and then all of a sudden we'll start coming. That's the thing with Chris and I. Look, we've been together for so long. We're very much last minute, joke writers or whatever. But we could be doing a show that we've done a million times, or a sketch that we did a million times, and then Chris will come up to me and go, "Hey, I want to change this," and it'll be like 2 minutes before the show, and it's fine. We're like, yeah, okay, and we'll just go with it. So we like to call audibles every once in a while, and it's great working with Chris because Chris does this thing, starts twirling her hair, he goes, oh, and I go, okay, what is it? Because it's fun for me because it's always like just trying to evolve and keep on morphing the idea.
Yeah.
So when we see it on paper, we're funny, we're laughing, and then we get on set, it's even more of that too, because and it's so nice to be back in the room because 8 months of like, hey, want to Zoom?
Oh God, tell me about it. I mean,
now we're having fun.
Like even with us doing it Zoom now because we had to do it this way for this episode, like it's just like, oh man, I just want to be in the room with the boys.
Yeah.
I just want to make some dang jokes.
So much.
And it's also me kind of going through the house and finding any like toys or old props we never used. To be like, yeah, we can use, like, there's an episode with like a 7 or 8 foot panda bear. I'm like, yeah, I got it for my daughter for like Christmas. She's like, I want a big panda bear. I'm like, oh, so like, just a stuffy, like a panda bear, I'll ask Santa Claus. She's like, no, like, I want a house-sized panda bear. And I found one, and
you didn't hear me, Father. I want a panda.
I want a panda, asshole.
Are you gonna put
and
the
a bag
house
of those
size...
Lay's chips when you get back?
Yeah,
Chris, are you putting the house-sized panda on your garage couch, your grouch?
It sure is.
Yeah,
it sure is.
It's gonna be a guest.
I called in my
on your late night show.
My buddy from who's the Cunningham part in Book of Mormon right now. It's like, hey, you want to be in an episode and we can use your voice to do like you be a musical guest for something? And he's like, yeah, great. And it's one of those things where like people are just saying yes, and it's like I'm almost like, boy, I hope it turns out okay. Like I don't want to be the asshole who's promoting this pile of shit, but like, we've watched some of the stuff already and it makes us laugh and it's silly and it doesn't take itself too seriously at all. So
when is it coming out? What's the schedule? I'm sure maybe.
Well, last night we're like, what doesn't make sense? We need this episode because that would explain this and that. So last night we kind of did like a, 6 at night to like 4 a.m, just shoot in my 100-degree garage.
We thought it'd be like a 3-hour thing, and ended up being way longer than we thought it was.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that's
like 90 degrees and
oh no.
But it's all the stuff. It's literally just trial and error. It's like, we're not, lighting guys, we're not sound guys, we're not, camera guys. It's literally just on the fly trying to like go, I think that works, and just lighting matches, and then it's me in post going like, oh shit, I have like, 7 different movies here and I got to make them into one sketch.
Well, that's the big difference, right? Like we've been doing YouTube-esque comedy forever, but you guys as a duo, you've mostly been kind of live theater, right? Like, exclusively.
And it's, people are like, why don't you try YouTube? And our thing was we always had trouble trying to translate our act onto video, because it was just it's very audience interactive and and silly, And some of the times we would do, we'd film sketches. We're like, oh, it looks pretty, but it's not really, we don't really like it. It's not very funny. And you know what I mean? So it wasn't us. So we didn't want people to see that and go, oh, that's your show. And it's like, it's really not. Like we had someone direct it and it's just not our, it just doesn't. So for a long time, we were just like, yeah, we just do live shows. So now we're just kind of like,
now we're like, yeah, we'll do videos now.
We'll do what I know.
Well, you guys have done the live thing for so fucking long. It kind of makes sense to like give the video thing a shot. I mean, you guys, I feel like it would definitely translate well because you guys are like, it's a lot of physical stuff. It's a lot of like, obviously the live setting is such a great place for like, feeling that energy and kind of going with the flow, and the crowd's real great. But it feels like your guys' stuff would translate pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to figure that out. And maybe it's just like, so many times of thinking it, and then my brain just like, it just sizzles out. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm thinking about anymore.
Yeah, and also with like TikTok and Instagram, everything's so short. And Chris and I can, zap a 2-minute bit, which is very helpful because we're so used to it.
TikTok's 1 minute, Grandpa.
Why am I a puppy?
I don't know you're thinking about that.
Yeah, but it's a good.
I didn't know, so that's good to know, Chris. Thank you.
Anytime.
It's kind of a good time for like that kind of like bite-sized content too, because like the kids are really liking it and it works. And it's.
Do you guys feel old? Are you guys feeling like as old as I'm feeling? I just go like, am I done? Is this it? Is this it? Am I gone? They put me on a train and I'm just going to like, Oldville and that's it. I just feel so lost. I don't know anyone anymore. I don't know any of the song. I feel like an old person.
Yeah.
If the Grammys are on, I go, I don't even know what the hell this is. Yeah. Bruno Mars comes, I go, I know him. I know Bruno Mars. I don't know anybody. I know nothing. I don't know the new trends. I know nothing.
No, that's what I was joking earlier about. Like, there's YouTube drama going on, and I'm like, I truly don't know who these people are. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what they're about, and I also feel like my interests and what I actually keep up with is truly just what I'm interested in, and I have absolutely no interest in whoever is popular. And I'm like, this is my parents. Like, this is exactly what they did. Where they go, I don't know who that is, and now I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, don't look to me. So yeah, it's getting there.
It hit me one time because I'm a huge Weird Al fan, and his last album came out. I didn't know which was a parody and which was his real song.
Dude, we were just talking about
this, what is this?
Joe and I were talking about this like an hour ago. We were talking about how his last album was 2014, and it was like, man, I don't even remember what the music
was. It Poodle Hat? It wasn't Poodle Hat, right?
It was voluntary something.
Or was it the one where he's like in a military?
Yes, the military one.
The military one.
2014?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I know. It does. I think it doesn't help that like it doesn't help that that when you go to TikTok and you go to Instagram, you see like who's kind of like doing the thing and who's like getting up there and where the views are coming from. It's hard when it's like it really is like pretty
Mandatory
young.
Fun is the name of that album.
Fun.
Yeah. Mandatory Fun.
I think that like we had our like big kind of like the generation was evolving together moment, and now we're like the new generations are old enough to take over kind of the things that we were all doing,
and box each other. You guys got a box.
right.
What the fuck is happening? I'm like, what are we doing? This is so uncomfortable to watch. I'm like, what really
is?
It's like backyard wrestling, and we're supposed to like take it serious. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's totally idiocracy.
I feel like
it's the movie. It's absolutely that. It's like. It's like, hey, man, my name's Brandon. I gotta, it's like a skinny little Jim. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Or you have to have some opinion. Right. I don't have a lot of those, so I just go, oh, these people have a lot of opinions, and they really care, and they make a whole thing out of having opinions, and I'm like, I hope, I guess they're right.
Now it's harder
they
than
seem
ever.
passionate.
Yeah.
It's harder than ever to have an opinion now too, because you gotta have all the, like I remember back in the day, you can have an opinion about one thing and people wouldn't want any more of it, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Right. They're like, yeah, but what about this? And it's like, oh.
I'm anti-opinion.
I don't want to say it. Yeah, that's the thing. I said to Paul, I go, if anyone ever comes after us for anything, just don't say it. Who gives a shit? I'm too old. I don't care. It's like, we're coming for you. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, just do
Nothing
it.
to come for.
Right.
What are you gonna
Nothing.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
so lazy. I'm just like, I don't care.
Well, let me ask you, when you guys got together again, I mean, is this the first time you guys are hanging out in person after a bit of... So
Well,
you guys
yeah,
have been filming
I mean-
stuff together,
yeah,
just not live stuff. You haven't not seen each other.
We went months without really seeing each other with masks and all that, but like nothing like...
The first time
And
we saw each other was in July because we did we had to do a bit together, right?
I don't even remember.
We were filming something. We were doing something, and then we're like, well, how do we do this with masks? So we had to go get a COVID test to go.
Oh yeah, we had to film some project, but we did it with masks. We're like, oh, that'll work because we have a lot of bits with no words in it, so that'll be fine. And but other than that, this is like kind of the first thing we started working on again together, and our live shows are kicking back in, and like July.
When you guys,
Where are you going?
We're going back to Charlotte to get them 30 tickets we lost.
Yeah.
We're doing a few comedy festivals. There's one in Connecticut coming up.
Yeah.
We got just random gigs popping up.
Yeah.
nice.
We're trying to get our tour that was obviously just cut short. Trying to, now every comedian in the world is trying to get the same gigs in every club. So we're like,
It's oversaturated. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, so when do you guys have, free again? They're like, like March 2023. We're like, okay, just put us in. You want the smaller room or the bigger? It's like, what the fuck does it matter? Like, who cares?
Right. Like, will I even be alive then?
I'm like, so we're just kind of like, if shows pop up, we're jumping on them. But we're putting together a, like a mini tour, as much stuff as we can do now. But we gotta warm up.
When you guys are together, like, are you guys? I mean, how does it work? What's your process like? Do you guys enjoy it? Is it chill? Do you guys go back and forth? Do you butt heads on your creative sort of endeavors at all?
Do you guys want a box?
Symbiotic.
We're boxing.
You guys want a box? Is there a box?
Boxing each other. Yeah.
We should have that should absolutely happen.
Yeah.
Chris versus Paul. Nobody would watch it.
Yeah.
They're like, we're doing post-fight interviews. Like, what the hell was that for?
We would be in the front row.
That's true. Steve's the ring card girl.
Yeah.
Just holding up a bag of chips, just walking through.
$10.
He's selling him to get his money back now.
When Paul and I are together, like we
fell right back into what we were.
We don't really ever have to like sit and go like, all right, let's figure this out. Like every once in a while we do, and then our ADD kicks in and we're doing something stupid, and so things just kind of come organically. Like we'll just be sitting around. I'm like, what if the blah blah blah, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, and then we'll kind of throw it back and forth, and then we'll try it for the first time like on stage. We'll talk through it, and I think it was like half lazy, half just kind of like it keeps us on our toes when we try it for the first time because we're really into it and we're like, all right, don't screw this up. And then within that first thing, we find what works, what doesn't work, and we usually need one show to kind of like clean up it, and then it's like locked into the show. But
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
We butt heads. No, we don't really butt heads.
We haven't butt heads in years actually. It's pretty amazing. Like I think we figured each other out with how we work with each other, and we're actually very supportive of each other. And we also, I won't say call each other out, but we're very honest with each other. So it's like we have a, and it's, a lot of the times we'll let each other take a lead. So if I'm on something, Chris will sit back and let it go, and then vice versa. Or
awesome.
we're good at jumping in, and we're at the point now. It's like we did a joke. Last night we're talking about a joke, and we kept on doing a joke and kept on doing a joke. And then we found it funny, and then Chris was like, "Let's just not do that." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." I mean, there's no reason like it wasn't working. We just agreed with it. That's it. There's no reason like, no, but we need this joke because we have like 4 other jokes. It's fine.
You guys aren't
kill your babies.
And we're also kind of not. We're at the stage. I would hope so at this point that we're not like trying to like impress each other or there's the dynamic. I mean, there's not like. It's not a pissing contest anymore. We're just kind of, we know our roles. We know what our strong suits are.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
you guys don't ever do any kind of pissing contest? Because we'll try to see how far we can go with our
you guys
streams.
all the time.
Honestly, we'll have farting contests.
Yeah.
Paul's farts are... Paul wins, though.
I win all
We were in the hot garage last night, and it was just one of those things where a fart would come out, and you're like... sorry guys, and there's like a fan blowing. I'm like, that shit's just swirling around.
Oh
Yeah.
And then
no.
Paul would drop one.
Fart
and
tornado.
Paul's farts are like hot mustard in a sense. I don't know, like that's the only.
It comes after you. It like sneaks up on you. You're like,
They're like,
what's up?
they're thick. Yeah, it's like a hungry dog.
Yeah.
Your farts are just like, hey.
Like those
hey,
things
and you're
from
just
Harry
"What?"
Potter.
Oh god.
And they just kind of like it's just humid, and the farts just hold on. You're just like, oh.
So it's I tell you, like, I mean, it's happened like I don't know hundreds of times where we'll be at backstage or whatever, and I'll sit in there, and all of a sudden I see Chris go, "Did you fart?" And he's like on the other side of the green room. I'm like,
Yeah. Usually when my eyes are red and itchy, I'm like, good, thanks, man. Thanks for.
I mean, one
We
of
still
my
laugh about it though. Who
one of
doesn't
my
laugh at farts?
favorite memories is us trading farts and Bring the Funny.
Guys, I brought this up on the last time I was on this thing.
Quite a few farts.
There's that fart, Steve. Oh my God, that fart. It's the finals.
The timing of that fart.
Everyone was so fucking stressed out and just exhausted
Tired, yeah.
and tired, and they're still trying. And like the producer, like Joe is the golden boy because Joe is just like I'll do it. Fine, yep, I'll do the stupid corny bit that you want me to do.
Yeah,
And so he took one for the whole team of the whole show.
yeah.
But I just remember we were all just like slap happy, just goofy, like we were just had the giggles, just being dumb, and we had all these inside jokes that
No one else
they're
is
inside
getting.
for a reason. There was just this leathery chair that Steve sat on, dressed as a fucking cowboy, which is why it was the best. And this
With the handlebar mustache. And
it was just the handlebar mustache. I don't remember what the setup was. We were just sat there, and whatever it was, the leather and the
Chaps.
your asshole, the chaps, your buttholes,
the chaps
to
really
leather.
helped.
It made the funniest old man like lawnmower ripped fucking slap ass against the seat noise, and it was like one of those things where I can't laugh or scream loud enough. I want to give it so much more than I can physically give, and I'm just like, and they're getting mad because they're losing everyone's attention.
I
But
feel like you give really good reviews for farts.
farts
That
are
was
great.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Like he's the Yelp of a fart review.
It's literally there was a guy on tour. It's poop humor and fart humor. Probably it might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Of all things I have ever seen,
Let's hear this.
this guy, and it's so stupid. And I guess it was just because it was so random and so stupid. This is when the iPhone, when you like slow motion was like the new thing, right? When it first like slow motion, and it just came out, and the guy that was the understudy for the other part, Price, he comes in, Jonathan Cullen, this such a cool dude, Canadian dude, chill as hell. He's like, hey man, I made a video. And I'm like, great. And it was like right before the show. And I think there was drama going, there's something going on. And everyone's all tense. And he just puts the phone in front of my face and presses play. And I just see this blank, I just see this white, I don't know what it is. And I just hear like, and I'm like, and it's literally like a 15 to 20 second setup of just like awkward, like weird noises with just white. And I'm like, I don't know. And all of a sudden I just hear, and this fucking turd just flies down in slow motion. And he filmed himself poop in slow motion.
No way!
And it was just out of nowhere that he showed it to me. And whatever it was, it hit me in the right place. And then the show started, and I laughed the entire fucking show. I remember he sat in the crowd. He was out in the audience because he knew he would make me laugh. And every time I saw him,
Holding the phone.
Did he do that?
dude, this turd.
He just does this in the audience.
All I could hear was. It was like someone shot the gun like for the race to start.
But that.
Dude, I don't know why.
That was the sound of the poop coming out of his ass?
It was the sound, and then there was about 2 seconds of nothing before this turd just flew down.
Was it beautiful? It needed the flower duet
Guys,
on it. The music.
I can't. I think I told my wife, and she's like, okay. Like no one knew. Like no one thinks it's funny. And I'm like, no, it's great. He shit in slow motion and he filmed it.
Yeah.
He must have taken the thing and put it, and I'm trying to like make it funnier for them, and they're like, yeah, okay.
You're selling it.
Thing I've ever seen in my life.
Where do you think he put the phone to get the footage?
I think I asked him. I think there was a little bit of tucking under.
So he was holding it?
Yeah,
I think tucking under.
Yeah. But the patience, and it's just that like. I mean, the camera didn't shit. I mean, he locked it in, and I don't know why. Was
there like a splash? Was there a splash?
You didn't see it. It entered the frame and left the frame. No splash. So it was.
You know, that might not have been the first take. He may have done this several times.
It might not, yeah. It might be the number 2.
I mean, it literally like.
You have to do something 10,000 hours to be good at it.
It winked at me as it went by. It was just like nodded its cap, like just passing through.
a little handkerchief.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I think it was like places, dude. Oh,
right before places.
Right before places, and the whole time I'm laughing because anytime I'm just on stage, I just see this turd go, pow, and I just start like shaking, and no one knew what the hell was going on, and I'm on stage going, Jonathan took him, he shit, and he filmed it, and they're like,
everyone's like, what are you 9?
Yeah, and that's so it's like, wow, clever humor, and we're like, we're a clean act. But funniest thing I ever seen in my life is a guy filming himself shit in slow motion.
Here's the deal. First of all, I'm jealous that you got to see that. I'm jealous. Second of all, I've always wondered why you couldn't find a video of a close-up on a butthole.
You've looked for this,
dude.
You've looked for this.
I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked for this, but I had hoped that it would pop up in my feed at some point. You know, I wish someone had sent it to me. Like, I want to see a fart in slow motion.
Yeah, that's fun.
A poop in slow motion. And you got close.
I'm a parent, so I've definitely seen shit come out of a butt.
Right, but what about in slow motion?
Yeah, Steve, maybe this is just you wanting kids but not knowing how to articulate.
No, I only want to see it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to be in the same room with it. I just
want to smell a little bit.
No, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it in slow motion though.
It kind of came out just to see if everyone was ready for it, and came back in and then went out again. And I was like, oh my, it is something you're not prepared for. There's no way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not prepared.
It's not anything to like, you don't need to sign up. It's fine. It's not like going to do anything positive in your life, but it's a site.
If that hit the internet, that you could turn it'd be memeified so quick, just like some thumbs up while it's going by.
That's what I'm saying. But
I'm surfing on it.
I don't think there's a way to do it without it being censored unless you put it on Pornhub or something.
Good Lord.
I don't know, man.
My goodness, that's wonderful. What a great story. Look, I'm always tickled by a good poop and fart story.
That's the thing, man.
We really connect on that. I don't know if it's a guy thing or if it's like a goofball.
I think it's a guy.
I think
it's gotta be a guy.
Farts are funny.
It's just so funny. Like right before you go out on stage, sometimes Paul just rip ass right into like my crotch and like and it's just something's funny about it. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's like, and I'm not ashamed. Fart humor cracks me up.
Yeah, I have no shame. Like
it signifies a sort of anal fixation, probably resulting in trauma that you had before you're old enough to have any memories. But besides that, it's a really cool thing. Yeah.
That's probably not true.
That's probably not true.
I did a show around 2007. I went to a festival. And when you go to those shows where it's like half put together and they don't really have a stage, but they have like a curtain.
And they ask you to get naked when you get there. And you sign a thing.
There's a black couch. You gotta sit on the black couch.
My improv.
You have to call everybody daddy. That's fine.
Yeah.
So I was with an improv group, and they go, before the show, there's going to be a group behind in front of you. They're going to do their set. They're going to leave. You guys just hang out back there for 15 minutes, and I was like, until the show, you guys come out of the curtain. And there's like maybe like a foot and a half of us, like we're all like huddled like this, and there's maybe about 10, 15 feet of curtain. And I used to get really nervous before shows, and I used to eat. So before shows. So when I start eating, then I get really gassy. So I'm in, and we're back. The third show starts, and I'm looking, and my friend Mark's going. He was like, "Dude," I'm like, "I'm trying. I'm really trying." He knows my stuff. He's been performing for a while, and all of a sudden, I just maybe just like just get a little release because my stomach's bothering me. I go. And all of a sudden, while there's a show going on, everyone goes, "Oh!" They can't scream. They go, "Oh!" They all go to the other side, but they can't go. So they all there's 6 of us, all 5 of them on the other side, squish up. Why am I on the other side? Hey guys, I'm sorry. And you're like, they couldn't do it.
The crowd starts booing. They're like, "This show sucks."
There's another improv doing their thing, like, "Ah!" And we're behind the thing, trying to avoid my farts, and they couldn't go out because if they went out, they would have been seen. So there was.
I always wait until we got in.
Yeah, I do.
He's outside, and like the wind's like, "I'll carry it somewhere safe," and you're like, "Not for me. Take me to the elevator, please."
That's
Come
like
on,
the
Chris.
time I was doing a show where there were puppeteers, and I farted real bad down by where the puppeteers were. And I could smell it, which meant that definitely the puppeteers smelled it.
Yeah.
Their sink is all off. They're just like,
Fucking puke!
the fabric just starts to like fall down. The eye falls off.
The pupils the glue of the pupils is just like.
Oh man,
The arm gets cramps.
If there was a podcast based on just fart stories, I'd listen all the time.
Dude, I'm so into that idea. Into that. Okay, well, here's the deal. We're coming up to the hour.
Yeah.
And we don't want to
Just
take too
started.
much of your guys' time. So we're gonna start recording now so that we can have
I'm warmed up. I'm warmed up.
God, I should have seen that
with,
coming.
Can I start
That's
with the
so
slow
funny.
motion poop story?
Yeah,
Gotta get that in
absolutely.
there.
Okay, so Joe, your notes. We're
We're
leading
cutting
with
all the
poop
bring the
story.
funny stuff.
We're
No
cutting
poops. No poops.
No poop talk this time. I like to close off with a would you rather, and I think this is kind of a fun one because it involves food, and there's no secret that we like to eat food here.
Yes.
On the Valleycast, and I know you guys. We had lots of fun in
Big fan of
Crafty.
food.
Oh yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
And bring the funny, as much fettuccine alfredo as you could fit on a paper
Oh.
plate.
Yeah. Love it. And then he had to lift me over his shoulder. I'm like, sorry, bro.
You're gonna get pasta all over your back.
Oh.
So I've got a would you rather for you guys that I'd love to present to you all. So one of these has to go. Okay? So would you rather permanently get rid of burgers? So this means they do not exist. You can
man.
never have a burger again.
Yep.
Tacos,
Yep.
shrimp, or pizza.
I have to pick one to
You have
leave
to pick
forever.
one to permanently get rid of.
Shrimp.
Same.
Shrimp.
Honestly,
I
same.
like shrimp. Dude, burgers all day. Like burgers
Burgers
are, that's
forever.
it. That is it.
Yeah,
Burgers all day, every day.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a credit
No-
collector, Joe? Are we
No
okay?
shrimp.
No, we're done. We're shutting it down.
Okay.
The place is being
He's like, I pick shrimp too.
Yeah, shrimp's out 100%. Like, shrimp's not even, like, get out of here. What's number 2 that you have to get rid of is the question.
It's tough.
between-
I mean, I
okay.
love the things. I love shrimp though. I love seafood.
You would
Do
get
you
rid of
love
pizza,
shrimp more
but-
than you love
but-
pizza?
Oh, God, see, what kind of pizza?
Shut the
Come
fuck
on,
up.
pizza.
That is the
There's a really
stupidest.
good pizza, like
Don't
shrimp
be
pizza.
that. Don't be that guy. Well, it
No.
depends. Are we talking like New York
honestly,
stuff?
honestly, you're gonna get more out of it. You're like one shrimp. You're gonna get more out of everything else. So, but the second one would be tacos, I think.
So
Yeah,
between
me too.
so between
Same here.
burgers, tacos, and pizza,
Yeah,
you're taking
Tacos.
tacos.
I would have to take. That's tough. I
Damn,
love tacos.
dude.
Can I ask you guys a question? I had
Buy
a
burgers.
pizza recently with honey on it, a light glaze of honey, and
How
it
is that?
might be. It has actually to the point like I was at a restaurant, but since then, I think if I order Domino's, I will be putting a little bit of honey on it. Just
Really?
throwing that out there. I would give it a try. I didn't expect it to be good. It blew me away. I was
Really?
like, this is absolutely delicious. So just something to think about.
I'm gonna try
assuming
that. Order
you
Yeah.
leave tacos, or you get rid of tacos.
It's like
but
having
burgers
the
and
pineapple.
pizza for
Like
sure.
when you
right?
have the pineapple on the pizza, it's a little sweetness.
Yes, exactly.
See, yeah.
Anyway,
I
I'm
dig
keeping
tacos,
and
man,
pizza.
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, listen, and as a
would get rid of
Mexican,
burgers?
I probably shouldn't get rid of tacos.
Yeah.
But if it was between burgers, tacos, and pizza, I think tacos gotta go.
Yeah,
burgers
so-
are staying. I'm not getting rid of burgers.
Okay, burgers and pizza. Then.
Burgers.
Between-
Pizza is
burgers.
staying.
Pizza
Yeah.
stays.
I go
Pizza
burger.
stays?
I go burger.
Oh, between
Yeah.
burger and pizza?
Yeah, you have to get rid of
What are you
one.
saying, Joe? Where are you at, Joe?
Oh, I'm my top two are pizza and tacos. Tacos have recently become my favorite.
Tacos are
Over
so
burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, tacos are
Yep.
so damn good though. Like if you get like
That's
just
tough.
like a nice soft shell taco, like those things are like incredible. That's the thing.
Yeah, see.
I don't.
Street
I go
tacos
pizza,
with some
yeah.
cilantro.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, here's another really quick one that's kind of funny. Would you rather have a house full of ghosts or a house full of roaches?
Oh, ghosts. Ghost.
Yeah.
Easy ghosts.
Ghosts. I think
I'm
ghosts.
gonna need a
Yeah,
full
ghosts.
week to think about this.
And look, I'm still scared. I still
I
get
don't
downstairs
know.
late at night. And I'm still like, I don't trust things down here. I just going up the basement stairs. I'm still like a 10-year-old kid. I'm just like, yeah.
I still think Freddy Krueger's gonna come out somewhere. Somehow.
Yeah, he
That's
will.
the thing. You never know how dangerous
Yeah.
ghosts can be. They could fucking be annoying
Dude.
as
But
fuck.
roaches? No. Ghosts won't
I
mess
mean,
with you,
roaches
too.
are
Roaches
awful.
will. Yeah, they'll mess with you. Yeah.
Roaches are
Dude, quick
the
story
worst.
about Freddy Krueger, by the way. So my daughter, a little bit of a sociopath, she is not scared at all by any horror movies. We started watching them recently, and she's totally fine. Jackson, my son, who's 8, we're keeping him kind of away from that realm and the violence and the scariness.
Yeah.
But there's little like little scenes that he'll pick up in movies that it's unexpected. Like in Shazam, there's like basically a horror scene when all like the sin monsters like destroy
Oh,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
corporate boardroom in a very
Yeah.
scary way. But he heard us talking about Freddy Krueger for the first time. I think we were talking about Freddy in regards to maybe more combat. He was in it or something like that. And Jackson overhears me talking about it. So he comes up to me and he's like, "So wait, who's Freddy Krueger?" And I go, "Oh, he's just this scary movie monster thing. It's not real." He's like, "What does he do?"
Oh
It's just
no!
He just
It just
Oh,
haunts
he's
your
in your-
nightmares. When you go to sleep, you're not safe.
shows up in your dreams, and like if he kills you in your dreams, you're dead.
And he
it's the
becomes
first
your
time
worst
that Jackson
fear. And
it's the first time that Jackson was like, he does what? And then he kept asking me questions about it. Like it's the first time he was legitimately
He
like
did that
frightened
meme
at
of that
something.
guy going,
He does what, Dad? I was like, well, it's not real, it's a movie. But he's like, but like he would go in my dreams. No, he wouldn't go in your dreams and kill.
Oh,
But am I
dude.
safe in my
Well, what was he before he was Freddy?
Like he was legitimately thinking he was real, and it's the first time that he was like, "Oh, this supernatural thing's gonna get me."
Yeah.
Like I was like, "Oh no, I killed your dreams! I killed your dreams!"
No! Oh my god, that is funny though. It's like they really made sure it was padlocked, like for horror. It's like he haunts your dreams and he kills you in your dreams. Whoa, that's really deep. That's really dark. Hey, what did he do when he was just a civilian? Oh. Yeah, I knew you'd ask me that. Hit him with it. Oh, okay.
Why don't
Wow.
you tell him? You tell him. You
No,
tell him.
you tell. No, you first.
Yeah,
I'll babysit it.
he tripped and fell into a wood burner. So that's
found it. Freddy Krueger.
Ferg.
Freddy
Yeah, what do you
Krueger
got
right
there,
here.
Elliot?
Oh no.
Sorry. I thought it said it's Freud. It was Freud.
Oh, Freud.
Sorry, my
Okay,
bad.
Freddy Krueger.
Next time.
To think
Freddy
of his
Krueger.
plot.
Okay. One last would you rather, and then we can let you guys go. Okay.
Freddy Krueger still kills you in your dreams. It's just your mom's vagina
Mom.
every time.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather spend a year in prison?
Write that down, Joe.
Would you rather spend a year in prison or stay in prison until you solve a Rubik's cube? Now, if you already know how to solve, if you already know how to solve a Rubik's cube, then this does not apply to you.
Whoa,
Man.
say it again.
Would you rather spend a year in prison or stay in prison until you solve a Rubik's Cube?
That's rough, man. I'd have to do a year. I'm too stupid. You know what? I get frustrated easily, and that's not a pretty look when you're getting pounded by
by
I just
terrible
question
people.
my confidence. Go like, can I do this? Can I do it in a week? But then you go, oh man, then it's just keep on going.
Yeah.
Oh god.
God, I've got some really messed up.
Yeah.
The would you rather's that come in my head. It's like I can't say them on the podcast because they're real bad, and it would secure Paul and I never working again. But
podcast.
we
God,
can
I
do something off the podcast.
dude, I can do would you rather's forever and ever and ever. And
I love them.
Yeah.
But I always thought about that. Like I would probably do a year because at least I knew there was an end date. Rubik's
You
Cube,
always thought about that?
I always, it's a fantasy of mine. Freddy Krueger can't get to my fantasies.
And you go outside for an hour.
What's that?
If you
get
chose
you get 3 meals a day, and you can go outside for like an hour.
Here's the funny thing about that.
It's not bad.
You're in your cell and you're like, I picked the Rubik's Cube, and you're sitting in your cell and you take it out and they bust you for contraband and they take it and then you're stuck forever.
Also,
this is prison, bitch. This isn't no fucking game. And you're like, oh my god, and then you're there forever. And then the guards are playing and they're like, what a fucking idiot.
All right. Well, look, guys, it's been an awesome time joking around with you boys. Look,
I love you guys.
We love
you guys
so much.
Sincerely.
I just
Miss
wish
you.
you lived closer to us. We would bother you all the time.
Dude, I wish, man.
We would get a couple of brewskis and shoot the shit and talk about farts and shit.
Oh yeah.
But we love having you guys on too. And Paul, it was awesome having you on. Finally.
Yeah, dude.
We've had Chris on before, but
it
didn't feel right to not have you here as well.
It felt horrible. Fine to me. I was fine with it. But I get it.
We couldn't sleep for a few nights after.
Yeah.
But we're glad
neither
you're
could
here.
Joe's kids. Daddy ruined everything.
No, thank you.
This is the portion of the show where you can tell people where to find you if you'd like, or what you're working on and what you want to promote really quick.
Those upcoming shows and stuff.
Yeah.
ChrisandPaulShow.com. ChrisandPaulShow.com, and that's going to have all of our tour information. And look out for Apocalypse Live. Be coming to YouTube in the next week or so. And
check out the trailer on our Instagram.
Yeah, and at Chris and Paul Show, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We'll be there somewhere. But that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you guys listening who have no idea who these gentlemen are really do yourself a favor and check them out. And if they're performing anywhere near you, I highly recommend you check these guys out live because
it's a
they're
treat.
Just a real hoot and a holler, and it's really a special treat to see these guys do their thing on stage. And you should do it, because YOLO, and get some goddamn good comedy in your life.
Yeah.
You guys got a website? A website
they just
He's reading the dream.
What about Instagram? You have an Instagram? Or do you guys have anything coming up in the future? I'm saving myself, but I wasn't actually.
You guys ever seen one of these? Sorry, I
all right.
While we're asking questions,
I like it.
Paul
got me these cards. Here's Balky. I don't know where he got these cards. I love it though.
Do you remember his catchphrase?
Don't be ridiculous.
Don't be ridiculous.
Do you remember what fictional Greek island he was from?
Yes.
Meepos?
Meepos.
Yes, it was Meepos.
Come on, guys. I think we all.
But you guys been working together. You guys been doing this since 1999.
And can any of you answer how racist it is?
This is where we get off, Paul. We're not getting into this.
I gotta go poop. I have to go poop.
We have Bronson in the show actually here. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Hey,
Thank you, Chris and Paul. Thank you. Bye-bye.